my fourth more general heathen topic tonight. I'm going to talk about the vættir. We don't just have gods and goddesses in heathenry. We also have landwights and housewights. We are surrounded by beings that very few of us can see, some of whom follow with our families or come to our house because they like it, some of whom come to our gardens because they like what we've done with them. Others have lived in the trees or on the land or in the water since long before we were here, possibly before there were humans here. The whole of nature is alive with beings. I won't call them spirits because they have an existence more concrete than that, even if we can't perceive it. Is alive with beings whose home this is. We are not the only sentient species here. Just because we can't see them doesn't mean that they aren't here. Some of us can see them. A good farmer knows that he's not going to do well if he doesn't look after his land. A good householder knows that you need to look after and love your house. It was the tradition in ancient times to leave an offering for your housewight every week on a Thursday. A dish of milk, some porridge, and to make offerings also for the landwights on your land, and possibly to the wights in the rivers and in the trees. The church grumbled many times about the dangers of allowing people to go out and leave food under trees or cast it into waterfalls and streams. It seems pretty clear that the ancient heathens were doing just that and endeavored to continue on the sly. When you take possession of land, you claim it by carrying fire around it, but you should also introduce yourself with respect to the wights whose home it already is. When you make a new garden plot, when you cut a tree, when you change the look of a piece of land, when you build on somewhere, you should ask permission, or at the least be respectful and look for signs that perhaps you might need to consider modifying your plans. The wights notoriously don't like bloodshed. Land on which blood has been shed does not prosper. The wights don't like dirt and filth. They don't like disorder. They do like wildness and being left in peace, in some cases. Whether or not you can see or appreciate the vættir, the landwights, the housewights, the waterwights, remember that Thor, who protects us all, is son of Jörð, the earth goddess. That this Midgard, this Midgard, this Middanjörð, this middle enclosure, this world in which we humans live, between the dangers of Jotunheim and the dangers of the sea, was established for us by the gods as a safe place. It's a home for all of us. And Ask and Embla were trees before they were made into humans by the gods. We are not distinct from nature. And the earth is not a dead thing to be trampled underfoot. Heathenry has a holistic view behind it. We are connected to the trees, we are connected to the earth, as much as we are connected to the sky and to our minds. We should be aware of that, and aware of the whites, and perform the small gestures that show that we respect them and honor them.